my human side is slowly changing in me. Will you give it to me? Looking at my own reflection, when suddenly it changes, violently it changes. Oh no, there is no turning back now. You've woken up the demon in me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it go into me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mama, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You get up, come on, get down with the sickness. And this is the gift that has been given to me. I can see inside you the sickness is rising. Don't try to deny what you feel. Will you give it to me? It seems that all that was good has died and is decaying in me. Will you give it to me? It seems you're having some trouble in dealing with these changes, living with these changes. Oh no, the world is a scary place now that you've woken up the demon. Yeah, man. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it open to me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mama, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You get up, come on, get down with the sickness. And this is the gift that has been given to me. Oh, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it open to me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You get up, come on, get down with the sickness. And this has now come over me.
Hi, guys.
And we were down with the sickness.
We definitely were. Hope y'all are doing well.
So the sickness really got us.
Yes, it did.
This is a new feature that I hope everybody's doing well, by the way. We're Mike and Michelle Lovelace with Lovy's Fat Life. And this is a new setup for us with StreamYard. So when I had to add everything and come back, it didn't add. So
blank screen.
Yeah, it went to a blank screen. So
we were like, oh crap.
Yeah, we thought we lost everybody in here. So you know, that was not good.
Technical difficulties already.
Definitely technical difficulties, but we're glad you joined us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're going to go in here in a little bit and talk to everybody in the chat, say hey to everybody. But tonight, you kind of saw with Down with the Sickness, Disturbed. That was an old band that Michelle was so tired of listening to. And why, Michelle?
Because Mike and the guys that he hung out with used to lift to that song. And so we'd hear it over and over and over again.
Yeah, back in the day when we used to do powerlifting meets, I think half the lifters, you could pick your own intro song.
Yep.
And you would pick your intro song and they'd cue the music and you'd come from behind the stage and you'd break the salt and smell it, the ammonia snap. You snap it, take a big sniff of it, throw it over, and you just come up there and just be ready to, pound those weights. And
oh, the days.
And when the bodies hit the floor, and Down with the Sickness were the two popular songs. And Who Let the Dogs Out probably too. I don't know. Maybe the kids like, who let the dogs out. But we hope you're doing well. We're going to go through here and say hey to everybody in the chat and real quick, and we'll say hey throughout, and then kind of give you an update on us as a family. And, you know, we, like we said, we were down with the sickness, kind of give you an update on us, give you some updates on our Facebook page on some results on some polls we did this week on COVID. And also, you know, we'll ask some questions about food. We don't have a what's cooking segment tonight, but we're going to ask you some questions about eating. And then we're going to talk about the freedom. Are we going? Are we not going? There's a hint we're going to go if we can. But we're going to ask you some questions about the freedom if you've been on the freedom.
Yes.
But even if you haven't been on the freedom, if you can give us some pointers about Aruba, Bonaire, Grand Turk, and Half Moon Key, we'd love to hear that from you guys. So it's going to be a lot of chat tonight. So please participate with us. We've never been to Half Moon Key. That's on our bucket list. We've never been to Aruba. We've never been to Bonaire. We've been to Grand Turk, and that's one of our favorites. But
can't wait.
yeah, we can't wait. So in the chat, we got Mr. Hani himself with the Beach Life. How are you doing, Hani? Let's see. We had Mike in here. I was talking back and forth to him. Miss Meg, how are you doing? Dave is in the chat. We got Dan is in here. Dan, how are you doing? And Miss Holly is in here. And if I miss somebody, I do apologize. Miss Lori is in here tonight. I think she says it's the first time being here tonight. Welcome, Lori.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. I've seen you in several other chats before. And we got J&S Adventures in here. Hey, J&S. And you have to help me. Y'all are talking a lot tonight. That's great. I love it. Miss Betsy from Beach Please. How are you doing? Hope you and Mike are doing well out there in California. They come on tonight at 10 o'clock. And Honey just has to call her out by name. Yo, best dog. And Mr. Jonathan, how are you doing? I hope you and the kids and Miss Shauna are doing well. SCT Adventures, I hope you are doing well. Thanks for dropping in here tonight and seeing us. I think I did say Miss Holly, but I'm going to say her again. Holly, the cooking channel, Cooking with Holly. Need to start that up. Mr. Darian's in there. How you doing? Mr. Tyler, we're hoping to have Tyler on in a couple weeks. Have him on one night as a guest. Last week we both were down with the sickness, so we couldn't have him on, but we hope to have him on the next couple of weeks. And we got Miss Cindy. How are you doing? I hope you and Doug and the kids are doing well. Hope that cooking set is getting used quite a bit since Christmas. And who else we got in here? Michelle. A lot of great talking back and forth. Mr. Kenneth Oakes. How are you doing, Mr. Kenneth? Great to see you in here. The Gaylors are in the house tonight. Cruising is fun anytime. I agree with that. And I love the name of that channel. That's an awesome channel. Welcome. This might be the first time you've been here. If you've been here before, I apologize if I miss it, but welcome in here. And you can definitely chat with us. Give us some cruising tips. NES, who's that? Oh, okay. That's the toy channel. Mr.
Yes.
Paul Vines, how are you doing? Good to see you in here, Mr. Paul. And I think we're caught up with everybody, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Thanks for the. Oh geez. And for that, guess what he gets?
His own laugh.
He gets his own laugh, laughing at himself. There you go, Josh. You get your own laugh at yourself. Let's see who we got. We got Seeing the World with Chris has jumped in here too. Six Traveling Shorts are in here. How are y'all doing? Yeah. So if somebody else jumps in here, we'll apologize. We'll try to throw your name up here, but I want to real quick. We need to share something, right? I believe so.
What are we
I
sharing?
need to at least pull it up so we can talk about it in a little bit. So you keep talking while I try to pull this up. I need to pull up this video file that we're going to share a PowerPoint slide here in a little bit.
Guys, he taking us to school?
We're
Work?
going to school tonight.
Oh gosh. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. And I'm sorry we were absent last week. We're going back to school. So we were just not up to joining y'all last week. And but we are doing good tonight, and we're thankful you joined us.
Yeah, let's go back and kind of talk about a few things that happened in last week. So one of the polls we did on our Facebook page, Luvy's Fat Life, if you haven't joined that, go on Facebook and join us. Luvy's Fat Life. Just do a search for that. I think we got 476 people strong in that community. We're foodie people. We like grilling meat, smoking meat, traveling to the Smoky Mountains, cruising. Those are our loves. But we're big foodie people. So if you love posting pictures of your food or what you like to cook, definitely hit that up. Post your pictures of your food and your vacations. But one of the questions we asked this week was, how many people have had COVID? And if in this chat tonight, we're not saying to post it if that's a private conversation, with you and yourself and your significant other. But if you don't mind putting in here, if you've had COVID, put yes in. I was kind of shocked that half the people. I think there was 30 people answered the poll, and half of the people said yes, I've had COVID.
Wow. Well, I thought I was going to be an invincible one and never get it.
We had went 2 years without COVID, and you want to kind of go back and tell us how it started? Do you kind of remember?
Yeah, live 2 weeks ago, actually. I started having this cough, and my throat started getting sore. So, just started feeling yuck. I thought, it's just sinus crap. And so I started feeling poorly. Friday, I worked remotely, still just feeling yuck. Saturday morning, still feeling yuck. Anthony woke up like at 6 o'clock in the morning, came in, said he didn't feel good. He was running a fever. It never got crazy high, but he definitely ran a fever, and he slept all day long.
He probably slept 20 out of 24 hours.
He did.
Is that not? I mean, he woke up at 6 a.m. He came in. I had to go to work, and he started throwing up. Yes. And then I went to work and was called. Michelle said, "Hey, can you go get him medicine?" And he slept probably 20 out of 24 hours.
Yes, he slept. But that's very typical with him. When he gets sick, he sleeps and throws up. So I thought, he just caught a bug at school, whatever. Mike started feeling bad.
And actually, our last live 2 weeks ago, we took a test before we came on here.
Did.
If y'all remember that, we took a test that night, and we told you guys we were negative because we were kind of feeling under the weather. I've been feeling bad for a couple of weeks. And we took a test. We were both negative. We took the eMed, the same ones that you guys go on cruises on that you use, that, they call the number. And we had
ours were expired.
Ours had just expired. So we took two of those, and we were negative. And then Anthony was Saturday.
Yep.
You took a test Saturday night.
Yep. All negative.
Negative again. She was negative again. So then her work, Michelle's a nurse.
Yes. So Monday, I had to answer a questionnaire, and I couldn't answer it honestly because, I was feeling poorly. So we had inclement weather. There was no place that was open that I could test. So finally, on Tuesday, we found a place. It was about noon when we finally found a place that I could get in and be tested. And they sent the results an hour or so later through my chart. And I said, Mike, come in here, because I was working remotely. And it said positive. And we both were looking at each other like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we were driving down the road, and I just said, what if you got it? And it was like, there ain't no way. Because we thought our symptoms were like just a little bit of crud in your throat, maybe a little headache.
Yeah.
A little congestion, nothing, nothing deep.
Nothing that was debilitating.
Yeah, I've had sinus infections a lot worse.
Bronchitis was even worse.
Oh gosh, yeah. It was nothing. Now the one thing I can say that's happened. So Michelle tested positive on Tuesday.
Came home, immediately tested Anthony.
And that line, if you've ever tested positive, you'll know this. And if you haven't tested positive, when you take a test before you go on a cruise, let's give you a little tip here right now. When you put those 6 drops, if you're doing the eMed, and you put those 6 drops in there, within 30 to 45 seconds, your sample line will go straight across.
Right.
It won't take 15 minutes. No. It'll take probably 8 to 10 minutes. Your control line. Yes. But within 30 seconds to a minute, your line's going to go across. Anthony's went across immediately.
Yes, and it was bright. There was no denying.
Bright red. So he tested positive, and I was like, wow. So I took it. I was negative.
Negative.
So they too were positive. I was negative, and I said, I called my work. I was already out, and
You
they said,
shoved me in the guest bedroom.
yeah, I made her go on the other side of the house. So my work said, Mike, you got to stay out 10 days plus 5, 15 days. So I said, I've got to have this, because me and Anthony had went and saw Scream. We were eating out of the same popcorn, drinking out of the same drink. That Friday night before he got sick on Saturday. So then I said, well, let's try this on, was it Saturday morning? I said, let's go ahead. That's 4 days after she tested positive. And a lot of them say test 4 to 5 days after close contact. So that was 4 days after she and Anthony both tested positive. I took it that Saturday, and within 30 to 45 seconds, yeah, the Gilberts, I was positive. I was definitely, oh, okay, you're saying it does the same thing. But that thing, I mean, it lit up within 30, 45 seconds. You knew it. So that's a tip. If you have not had COVID and you have to use that test to go on a cruise, and you notice that thing turns it right off the bat, that line comes across, you might as well start thinking, I'm positive, before that 15 minutes is up. Now, our biggest concern now is 2 weeks from today,
are we going to test negative?
we have to test on the 10th to be able to cruise on the 12th. Are we going to test negative? And that's my biggest concern now. We're hoping we are. We've heard some people can test positive, up to months later. So we did buy a bunch of Walmart brand. Was it same Abbott's?
Yeah, it's the same brand.
Same brand, but not the exact same EMED ones. But we're going to test on that week of, to see if we're still getting positive results.
We've got 2 spares apiece.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's just a tip for you guys. If you're wondering. So we got John here says, my wife had to test for work on Thursday, got her positive on Friday. My son and I did home tests on Saturday, both negative. On Monday, I went to take PCR. Monday afternoon, I tested positive. Yeah, I mean, it's like several days later. I mean, if you take it too soon, I think it'll show up negative.
So we think, because we couldn't figure out where the exposure happened, truly. So we have now found out that like half of Anthony's class was out the same time we were because of COVID. So they do ridiculous things at school, and they have them mask, and then they let them sit side by side at lunch in their seats and eat without mask, and talk and spit and do all the gross things that kids do. So of course they're going to get it from each other and then take it home to their parents. So
yeah, that's the crazy thing about here in North Carolina, the school system, and it may be this way all over the U.S., is my work was making me stay out 10 days. If you just had exposure to it, to somebody else, 10 plus 5. Anthony tested positive, and they told him he could come back in 5 days as long as he wasn't showing symptoms. And then I asked Anthony, I said, well, are y'all socially distancing in the lunchroom and all that when you eat lunch? No, they're 3 feet away from each other, facing each other, eating.
Yep.
And you know how kids are. They're just talking and
gross.
Eating and gross stuff, sharing food probably. And I mean, but Anthony, half of his class has come back with COVID probably in the last since Christmas and New Year's.
About doing homeschooling again because
there was a survey came out today. I don't know if you got that text message, but there was a text message today saying they're talking about in 2022, 2023, some different type schedules, but also their teachers are making sure everybody has a hot spot.
Yes.
And
so that's a big red flag.
Right. Yeah. So what we got here? Yeah, that's the way it is with our kids at school too. Yeah. And the traveling Gilbert Michelle, it's always those nasty kids. Yeah. The kids are nasty, ain't they? They're nasty.
Terrible. Love them to death, but they're nasty.
You want a lick of this, you want part of my sandwich here. I'll trade you a part of the sandwich for a Starburst, or something like that.
When they first started with the COVID, they had to crack down on those little girls because they were like sharing lip gloss.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The girls were sharing lip gloss and lipstick and
yes, they're gross.
I mean, just nasty stuff. So, hey, let's get into some fun stuff now. I know we got about 40 minutes. So we kind of already told you guys that, hey, we're going to go on this cruise, right?
If we can,
we're in it to win it.
yes.
We're going to go. So somebody said, what are your symptoms, Mike? I will say this, and Dan, my symptoms was a bad cough at first. I was coughing so bad. It was a dry, hacky cough. And then I started taking cough syrup, just over the counter, Dollar General, generic cough syrup, and it helped a lot. One thing I've noticed though, I had some burning in my lungs at first. The cough syrup helped a lot on the amount of coughing and the burning, but I'm having a hard time catching my breath. That's the one thing I'm worried about this cruise. I can walk to the bathroom and back, and I'm trying to catch my breath. And I'm really tired. So I'm gonna have to get on the treadmill for the next, I know it's a little bit late now, 2 weeks, and at least try to build up some kind of energy and some kind of stamina and some kind of breathing, because
we're gonna be
hard.
Laying low.
It's different than anything I've ever had.
Yes.
As far as it kind of almost feels like when you have walking pneumonia, it doesn't feel like that pressure on your chest, but the recovery from walking pneumonia, where it takes you a while to get your breath back, that's the problem I'm having. Like right now, talking so much.
You talk.
I know, that's hard to believe, ain't it? That's what I'm saying. Anybody else have that same type of symptom?
I have to wear an N95 mask this week, since I've come back to work.
That's true.
I had to walk to radiology in the hospital, and my lungs were burning so bad from trying to pull air through that mask, plus just from the coughing. And I mean, it was, it's no fun.
All right, so let's talking about some fun things here.
Yeah.
And Miss Holly says, I've had walking pneumonia is not fun at all. And Miss Meg says, yeah, I've been out of breath a lot. It does do a number on you, I think, long term. So let's talk about the Carnival Freedom. If you haven't been on the Carnival Freedom, that's fine, because we're also going to talk about Aruba, Bonaire, Half Moon Cay, Grand Turk, and you guys can help us out on some of those.
Yes.
But
what did y'all think of the Freedom?
Yeah, I mean, has anybody in here been on the Freedom, the Carnival Freedom before? We started looking at vlogs, and there's not been a lot of cruise. I think Life of Favor was on there, EECC like 5-6 years ago. I don't know if that ship was in a port somewhere, out.
It wasn't dry docked somewhere.
No, not for a long time, but there's not a lot of vlogs on it. I was really shocked.
We're going to change that, or Mike's going to change that.
Oh God, I thought you wasn't coming in here, Pepito. There's always one troll.
Pepito, he loves to talk more than anybody I have ever met.
Whatever. Pepito likes to talk too, slowly. So hey, let's look at the Carnival Freedom. Okay. So Carnival Freedom, it's a huge ship, 2,980 guests, 952 length, 1,150 onboard crew. I mean, it's a big ship. I think it's in the Conquest. So it's a big ship. It's a pretty ship, and it's not that old of a ship. So yeah, that's the ship that we plan on going on. Is anybody in here been on the Freedom? It doesn't sound like nobody has said yes yet, right?
No, they're too busy busting on you.
Me talk with a draw? I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
Busting on you is far more fun.
That was like calling the kettle black, Mike. I know. Hey, all good things are nice and slow. All right, so nobody's been on the Freedom, so you can help us out. I know some other people were talking about going on the Freedom. I think the ship show is going on the Freedom next year to Alaska, I believe. So maybe we can hurry up and get some vlogs out. I don't think that'll help them when they're going to Alaska, though, but I don't know.
So, Holly, did you like the Glory?
The Glory is what
it's
Holly says.
Class.
Okay, the same class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she says no, but I've been on the Glory. Okay, so this is some of the onboard dining. Now, this is one thing about it that there wasn't a lot of huge dining options. The Gilberts are going to be on the Glory in May. And Meg says, I love the Glory.
Good.
So same class ship. So maybe it's I love the Glory. She was my favorite ship until I sailed on the Mardi Gras.
Ooh,
Okay.
That's good to
That's
hear.
good to hear. So these are some of the onboard dining. You got the Seafood Shack, which is additional pay. Bonsai Sushi. I love sushi. Michelle really doesn't. The Mongolian Wok. Now, I've heard several people say they love the Mongolian Wok. Has anybody here ate at the Mongolian Wok on any of the other ships? What did you think about that? Of course, you got Sea Day Brunch. You got the Lido Marketplace. You got the MDR. You got the Pizza Pirate, which is always good.
Which we are definitely going to be spending some time at.
We signed up for the Steakhouse. And of course, Guys is good. And Blue Iguana is one of my favorites.
Yes.
I think Blue Iguana is underrated in my opinion. It's definitely
so good.
I mean, don't you think it's really good?
Yes, I think it's excellent. Their tacos with those fresh homemade tortillas. I mean, it is so good.
So yeah, Pepito says do the onboard credit if you do the Steakhouse. Yeah, we've already got I think the 15th, the night after Valentine's, we have that booked. Here we got Holly saying Mongolian Wok is really good, but I wish they had rice instead of noodles. Okay. All right. We got Journey with the Gingers in her. Hey,
Hi.
ladies. And we love the Steakhouse. Art at Your Table dessert is great. Okay.
We talked about that.
Yeah, I like how they do that. That's really cool. And Anthony would really like that.
He would like that.
And then, of course, Betsy's saying tacos, tacos. Yes. And the tortillas.
Yes, they're so good.
And yeah, I saw that too, Paul. There is not that. That's not on the. That's one thing I was disappointed in. I thought that maybe it would have that on that ship. I know the newer ships have that.
So what do y'all get at the Steakhouse? Because the only time Mike and I have been,
you got to get steak.
Yes,
I'm not going to get the lobster next time because lobster was not good at the Steakhouse.
Well, they have. Well, remember that the chef sent out those little Wagyu bites.
Yeah, those Wagyu bites were good. Little hamburger Wagyu bites. They were great.
And so I'm thinking about getting the Wagyu steak and see if that's any good this time.
And there's Billy J in here. Hey, Billy J, how are you doing?
I have to try watermelon salsa.
Yeah, the watermelon salsa sounds great. Let's see. So, anybody else? Mongolian bonsai sushi. Anybody else love sushi? I heard the Seafood Shack is really good. What
do y'all think of the lobster rolls?
Yeah, that's what I want to try. I heard it's a little bit pricey, but it's really good. Yeah, Betsy, you and Mike are definitely my kind of folks with the wasabi mashed potatoes, the ribeye, but also you love sushi. I know you and Mike eat it every time you go on a cruise, and I love that. I always get the filet mignon at the Steakhouse. Mike always gets the New York strip. The Wagyu steak is okay. Okay, so it doesn't sound great.
So is the filet better?
The macaroni and cheese at the Steakhouse is the best we've ever had. Really? Okay. Wow.
Yes, we might have to do that.
And then Janice says, yeah, I would get the filet. Filet's my favorite. Now, the one time we ate at the Steakhouse was it the Miracle?
I can't remember what ship it was.
It was the Miracle because it was the one my parents were on too.
Yes, it was.
And the whole meal was not good. What was funny is we were at the same table with my mom and Billy, and they really liked it.
Yes.
So we were all sitting at the same table, and we didn't like it, and they did.
So I hope this really changes our opinion, and it's really good.
Yeah. And then we got, let's see, sushi is the bomb. Lobster rolls vary per ship. Okay.
That's a little worrisome.
Yeah, I know. The macaroni and cheese at the Steakhouse is amazing. It's a very small portion, though. Okay.
Okay.
And then Chris says, I always get the filet. I try the Wagyu on the Mardi Gras and send it back. Okay.
Well, thank you, Chris.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
No, I meant it sincerely, because now I might have to change my mind on that.
Don't sleep on the cheesecake. I won't, because that's one of my favorites. I love the cheesecake at the Steakhouse.
Yes, we could not eat it with our meal, so we took it back with us, and oh my gosh, it was really good, so good.
It was good. All right, so let's jump in. Let's go from food.
We've got to try the macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, we do. We definitely need to. And then I saw lobster roll tip. Watch a few people, and if the bun is toasted, it would be bomb. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Betsy.
Yeah, thank you for the tip. So this is the room we upgraded to. So we told you guys a couple weeks ago. We had a chance to upgrade for, I think it was $800 for 8 days to a grand suite. Now, on a grand suite, one of the things you get as far as the amenities, you get priority check-in. So I actually went on today at 8:30 in the morning. I forgot last night is when we could check in. And when we checked in this morning at 8, I texted Michelle and I was like, man, I forgot to check in last night.
I was like, oh God,
so I went to
get on till late.
I went ahead and checked in real quick this morning. I forgot my passports and everything, but I remember the tip that I think Art said, and Art said, just fast forward, go forward, or skip it. Went to the very end. I got the earliest time you can get on is 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. to 10:30 is our check-in time. But some of the amenities for a grand suite are priority check-in, express boarding, priority main dining room time assignment, priority debarkation at all ports, 2 large bottles of water, pillow top mattress, and bathrobes. Plus, every room includes a dedicated room stored, which most all of them have that. Carnival comfort collection linens, plenty of closet and drawer space, in-room safe, which they all have that, television, stateroom, they all have that. So one thing I did like was the priority embarkation. That's kind of like Faster the Fun.
Yes.
The only thing I didn't like about it is it really doesn't allow you to get into your room sooner. So we're still going to have to carry our luggage around until finally, 12:30, 1 o'clock until they allow us to get into the room. But I'm okay with that.
I'm just going to find a bar and park my chubby butt and have a few drinks.
And I'm gonna get a bucket of beer for $28, and I'm just gonna sit there and be happy. So, yes, Janice, yes, Mr. Anthony is gonna go with us, and he's excited. He really is.
He is.
Because not only is he going with it, he gets out of school for a week, so he's gonna be really happy about that.
And Anthony's a pretty chill kid most of the time, so he's happy just sitting there with us and that's just chilling. And
that's the same. That's Betsy. That's the reason why we did this, was we wanted to be able to have that extra room.
Yes.
Because if you look up in the that area outside the bathroom's got it's got a bidet. Not that we're going to use that. I told Anthony it was a water fountain that he could drink from it, so I got to get that on a vlog. And then it's got the outside area like a changing area. And it's got an area, you brush your teeth. I might even use that area as my area that I kind of did the vlogging and stuff at. That way I keep my stuff out of the main area. So as long as Michelle doesn't get water all over it. I don't know. Because I usually take over the main area downloading video files and stuff.
He hogs all the room.
Yeah, I'm kind of funny on a cruise where I have to, everything from that day, I put a folder for that day and say day 1 through 8. And then within that day, the different vlogs I'm going to do, I drop those files over into the folder.
He's a hog with the room.
So I take over that whole that whole desk area. Yep. So this way I could use that little area next to the bathroom and be out of the way, right?
Okay. You can have half of it.
It's a good idea, right?
I'm excited about the bathroom being so big.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about the ship some now. So I didn't put on here the decks that have mostly just nothing but rooms. So we got deck 3 has the art gallery, the Millennium lobby and bar, the posh aft dining room, and the Victorian main show lounge. Deck 5 has got the promenade. It's got the 70s nightclub, the Alchemy bar, the Babylon Casino, Carnival Adventure, the Centuries Promenade, and Cherry on Top. Also on Deck 5 is a hopping area. It's got the Fun Shops, International Aft Lounge, the Red Frog Pub, Scott's Piano Bar, Skybox Sports Bar, the Swingtime Jazz Club, and then the main show lounge. So, down the road, if you guys plan on going on the Freedom, remember this video. Go back and watch it. We got it all right here for you. I'm gonna get Janice. I'm gonna give Michelle plenty of room.
He's lying because he won't.
So then deck 9. Let's look at deck 9. Everybody knows what deck 9 is, right?
Woohoo!
Deck 9 is the Lido deck, right? So we got Blue Iguana. You got the Blue Iguana bar as well. You got the Endless Aft Pool. You got Guy's Burger. You got the Red Frog Rum Bar. You got the Seafood Shack. Yeah, I think that's it. So you got a lot on deck 9. So that's a happening area.
That's happening.
Our room is on deck 7. So we're only two levels down below the main Lido deck.
I'm curious at what occupancy this ship's going to be sailing on.
I don't know. I mean,
have y'all heard what just an average at what they're sailing at? I'm really curious to know. It would be so great if it was like 50%. It'll never be like that again, but it would be really great.
I don't know, Janice. I do know that we're staying at the I think is it the Hyatt?
Yes.
It's the Hyatt Blue Lagoon, Miami International Airport. And they do have shuttle to the cruise port. I think you have to pay $10 a person for it, but they do have it. So we're going to stay there. We're flying down on the 11th, which is a Friday, and then the cruise is on Saturday the 12th. So we'll fly down on Friday, get there around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, stay Friday night, and then get up Saturday, and hopefully get down there pretty early. So that's our goal. And then we fly back on the 20th is when the ship comes back in. And then our flight doesn't leave till like 4 in the afternoon. And we get back at like, I think it's 4:30, and we get back at 6:50. And then we got to drive an hour and a half back on a Sunday night. That's going to be that kind of stinks, but.
Yes. And I'll have a patient at 7 o'clock on Monday morning.
Whoo.
Yeah. Woo.
Okay.
At least 50, no more than 80.
Okay. So I'd heard this past week, I don't know if y'all heard this or not, I'd heard the Miracle, I don't know if it was out in Hawaii or not, but that it was selling at 440 people. I don't know if that was just a 2 or 3 day weekend cruise, but it only had 440 people on it. Can you imagine?
That. No, I can't even.
I cannot imagine being on a cruise and only having 440 people on it.
I know that it's bad. It's very, very bad for the shipping, cruising industry.
Mm-hmm.
But I just very selfishly am going to enjoy it because it probably is not going to happen again.
We just have to tip them a little extra.
We will, and I definitely.
We will.
Yes.
So, Chris, that's going out of Miami. I know you just went out of Miami not long ago. That's why I was asking you on some of your pictures. I was like, man, that's pretty. And you told me that was going out of Miami. I think maybe the Scarlet Lady going out of Miami.
Wow.
Oh, listen at Pepita. Oh my gosh. I am going to take the fart sound with me so that way we can
get some seats.
We can get some seats, and we can get some good vlogs on
the dirty looks
that people do whenever you accidentally slip one out or something.
When I want a seat at the bar, you can just do that. I just slide right in.
I'll walk up to the Alchemy and go, oh man, that Mongolian walk has just torn my stomach up. And then we'll.
So you know what? Sadly, you would very much do that.
Lori says, "Give me a cruise with as few people as possible, and I might feel safe going on." That's true. Yeah. And with us, that's the bad thing about this. Somebody's made a good comment. They said, Mike, if there's a positive or silver lining in that you got COVID when you did, because as long as you can pass that test getting on there, I mean, you've already had it.
Yeah, our immunity
system should be as good as it gets. Your system's building up. You've been vaxxed. You've been boosted. So you've gotten the booster. Well, I've gotten the booster shot. Anthony's been vaccinated. You've been vaccinated. So we'll see. All right. So let's look at the next couple of decks, and let's hurry up and get into. So deck 10 is got the Carnival Seaside Theater, and it's also got the Carnival Waterworks. Deck 11 has got the mini golf sports deck, and then we got deck 12. It's got Camp Ocean, so that's where we're going to have to take Anthony to for a couple hours a day. He loves going to Camp Ocean, so we'll have to take him up to deck 12, and it looks like it's in the aft of the ship. And we're in the middle of the ship on deck 7. And then you got 14. It's got the Serenity adult only retreat. So maybe one evening when we drop him off on 12, we can just go on up to 14.
He's lying. We're going to the casino
and have the Serenity adult only area.
He is lying.
I don't go to no casino. What are you talking about? I don't go to no casino. What are you talking about?
He's lying.
All right. So that's the layout of the Freedom. And hey, let's talk a little bit about Half Moon Key. I know that's one of your favorites, probably. A lot of you in here I know have said, man, I love Half Moon Key. Hey, how you doing? Oh, we know who that's the better half of. I'm not even going to say it out loud. Welcome in tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Definitely the better half. The Half Moon Key is a place that we have always wanted to go to.
Yes.
We've went to Princess Key and we really liked it.
It was awesome.
A lot of people say though, once you go to Princess Key and then you go to Half Moon Key, like Princess Key is like nothing. It's like playing in a sandbox compared to Half Moon Key. So if you've been to Half Moon Key, what do you think about it? Is it a top 3 port for you? Is it one of your favorites? What do you think about Half Moon Key? But yeah, we've got Miami, then we got Half Moon Key, Grand Turk, then we got a Sea Day, then we got Aruba, then we got Bonaire, and then we got 2 sea days at the very end of the cruise, which I think I'm going to like that.
I think so too. You can enjoy one and then start dreading leaving on the second one.
And then you see Betsy right here says, look what she says. It's my favorite place ever. So let's tell you what we have. Listen to a few more things here. I will book. Let's see. Meg says, I will book a cruise just for Half Moon Key. Wow.
I wish they would have 2 days there.
Top 5 is so beautiful.
I can't wait.
Wow. That's incredible. So let's look and see what we got here. So Half Moon Key. These are some of the excursions on Carnival. So tell us what you have done in Half Moon Key. You got the Grand Turk Flow Rider. Oh, why am I at Grand Turk?
So are you going to tell everybody what we've done?
Well, I'm at the wrong thing here. I thought I was talking about Half Moon Key.
I think they've got them all mixed up, don't they?
I think I got this backwards.
Oh, imagine that.
I got Grand Turk ahead of Half Moon Key. So let's go to Half Moon Key. I don't think I put Half Moon Key on here because I knew what we were going to do already.
All right.
So let's just tell you what we're doing at Half Moon Key. We rented a cabana.
So we have not cruised in over 2 years.
Yeah, this cruise is costing us a fortune.
So we have splurged in celebration of cruising again.
Yeah, the cabana was booked. And then the villa came up, and we talked to a couple other couples, but that kind of fell out. So then the cabana came open, which the cabana is $350 for, I think it's 5 hours.
And we grabbed it.
So yeah, we said, listen, it's been 2.5 years since we went on a cruise. In case it's raining or something to happen in Key, let's just go ahead and get it. Plus, it would be a really cool vlog.
That is the bottom line for Mike.
It's a good vlog too. So, so we grabbed that one for $350,
Yes.
and it has a nice, spread of food that comes out with it, some drinks.
Yes.
It's got a refrigerator,
Yep.
an air condition, which I don't know why it's got an air condition outside, but then it's got fans. It's got some floats. It's got snorkel stuff. It's got a shower.
Yes.
A shower area where you can wash off when you get off on the beach. So So yeah, so we got somebody here says yes, cabana is awesome. So Meg, you've had the cabana before, you really enjoyed it. And then Janice says I want to go to the Jack Shack at Grand Turk. Yeah, that's definitely on our list too.
Yes.
So yeah, Half Moon Key, we've already kind of talked about that. We know what we're doing there, right? So Grand Turk is, we're going to talk about Grand Turk next because that's up on the screen. What should we do there? I love Grand Turk. We've went before.
Snorkeling's
We
great.
we love the snorkeling right there where the cruise ships are at. You got the cannon that's out in the water. You got the anchor that's out in the water. You can walk down the Jack Shack. Then you got the Margaritaville, the Down with the Sickness video that was on here. That was all from Grand Turk, Margaritaville.
It's so fun to watch the drunk people dance. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, so these are the excursions in Grand Turk, but I'm thinking we're just going to chill again, or maybe walk down to see if we can see Kraken.
Is there anything that's just a must that y'all have done?
Yeah, anything in Grand Turk that you guys have done that you're saying, man, don't just get stuck up at Margaritaville or on the beach.
You just got to do it.
You got to do it in Grand Turk. Is there anything that you guys think that in Grand Turk you just have to do? Please let us know. But as you can see on here, you got the bus tour, you got the Junkanoo party bus, family private beach, flow rider, the whale watching, snorkeling, and stingray. This is the one that I thought about doing, was the snorkeling and stingray adventure. It scored really well, like 4.5 stars. But I think that's another chill place for us,
I think it's a great chill place.
The Margaritaville has good food. They have, cold beer. Just Anthony can get in the pool and chill out and have a good time.
I want to park on one of those stools at the bar in the pool.
Right. Cool. All right. So then let's talk about where we at here? Aruba?
Sure.
Is that where we're at?
Yep, that's where we're at.
All right. So at Aruba, how many of you have been to Aruba? Did you like Aruba? And if you went to Aruba, what was your favorite thing you did there?
What is a must do for us? Because we have not made any decisions.
Yeah, we saw a lot of cool things in Aruba. One thing I saw that was not through Carnival was renting a trike.
Yes.
And they have the trike will hold up to 3 people, and they do tours on the trikes. And then I think you go to the California lighthouse. You go to the beach. You go to like a natural bridge, and then like a pool area, like a natural pool. But they had some really cool stuff in Aruba, I think. But has anybody in here been to Aruba? And if you have, what did you think about it? How you doing, Tom? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you in here, bud. Not a lot of chatter in Aruba, so maybe not a lot of people in here has been to Aruba.
Did y'all not like it?
So a lot of people say they've never been. We've never been either.
We have.
On all the cruises we've been, we've never hit that itinerary. That's what's on our bucket list. So they have this. I think there's one more page on here. This is it. Cuckoo Kanuku open air bus and beach break. We hear really good things about that. It scored pretty high, like 4.5 stars. On that one is kind of like a party bus too. You get on there. That day we arrive at like 8 or 9, I think 9 in the morning, and we don't leave until 10:30 at night.
Yes.
So it is a very long day in Aruba. Mm-hmm. So you can actually go do a go and do a excursion early in the morning, come back, get it back on the ship, shower, eat lunch, and then you can go back out that evening as well. So that's one thing we had talked about, was maybe doing this, I think it's called the Cuckoo Kanuka open air bus excursion, which is about 3 to 4 hours. Go have some fun, come back, and then maybe they have the
they have like a sunset cruise too.
They have is it the Jolly Roger?
Maybe.
Pirate ship.
One of them was a sunset.
They have a sunset cruise. It's only 2 hours, like 5:30 to 7:30. It's like $35 a person, which is unlimited drinking or a bar and then you just basically go out and
Just enjoy.
yeah, just go out and have a good time and just see the sunset. Hey, how you doing, Eric? Hope you're doing. So, oh yeah, Betsy, a double excursion. Yeah, I mean, $35 for all you can drink and just watch the sunset go down. That's another vlog.
So that is.
You can get two. You can get 3 vlogs out of that day. You can get your vlog days 6 or 7. Then you can do the Kanuku vlog. Then you can do the sunset cruise vlog, and then getting back on the ship vlog.
Do you see what I live with?
No. It's only been 2.5 years, so. But yeah, so yeah, hashtag another vlog.
Yes.
Yep, another vlog. Hey, we're trying to get 2.5 years worth out of this one time, right?
Yes, we are.
We would be in for that. Okay, Mike, you're sounding like my mic. Yeah, it kind of rubs off. All right, so let's look at the I think our last place here is Bonaire. So in Bonaire,
has anybody ever been?
Anybody ever been to the ABCs? Bonaire, Aruba, Bonaire, and Carousel, right? This is the last one. So has anybody ever been to Bonaire before? So Bonaire, they got quite a few things here: rental, bubble tour, off-road. A lot of them have the Jeep rides, the best of Bonaire. This is one that we looked at, which got really good ratings as well, 4.5 stars. On one of those places, I think it was in Aruba, that had a place called Baby Beach.
Yes.
And we watched the Dancer Quest, and they had a really cool vlog on that one.
Yes.
And I heard that you can just get a taxi. It's about a 30-minute drive, but you almost have the whole beach to yourself.
They said it is just gorgeous.
Yeah, and they said it's like 11 out of 10. I mean, they said it was that nice.
Beautiful water and white, just soft, sandy beach.
So Holly says, I've been to Aruba and Caraco, but not Bonaire. Okay, Caraco is my favorite port. Wow, okay. Great to hear.
I know it's so pretty, just the pictures with all these beautiful colored not homes, but the buildings that are all colored. They're so pretty.
Yeah, no Bonaire for me either. I think the 2-stop snorkel looks pretty cool. Yeah, we love snorkeling. Anthony kind of had a bad experience one time with snorkeling, and we got to get him out of that phase he's in right now. He used to love snorkeling, and then he had one bad experience where water got into his mask, and he's kind of freaked out by it now. So
now he has major anxiety every time we talk about it.
Yeah, we got to get him out of that somehow.
So I don't want to do anything that is going to totally freak him out.
So but Eric B, you were saying which would be your first cruise? I'm sorry, I may have missed that. Is that the one in October are you talking about? Would be your first cruise? But yeah, so these are ones we were looking at. We were also looking at some, our whole thing too is we were looking at trying to book some outside of the cruise line, but with COVID and everything going on, what if all of a sudden they cancel it and we don't get to go there?
And then we're just out money.
Yeah, the Horizon in October. Okay. Yeah, you'll have a great time. There's a lot of great vloggers, a lot of great people on that cruise, Eric. You'll have a great time. Off-road buggy. Yeah. We've seen a lot of that. We've seen some of the ATVs and the SUVs going out. They look really fun.
Yes.
And then here's the last on Carnival's website. You got the glass bottom kayak, beach club, coast to coast, Bonaire. These are the Jeeps that we were talking about.
Yeah.
And then you got some sailing and yacht club. Then you got the Bonaire Outback, and then the sail and snorkel at Mushi Mushi Catamaran, and then Beach Express. So again, a lot of opportunities there. So
was it Aruba? Where was it that they were saying that it's desert that's right up against the ocean? That it's
I think it's Aruba, is it not?
Or
is it Bonaire?
I can't.
I think it was Aruba that it's like
they say it's
Caribbean on one side and like
desert
on the other. I may be wrong on that.
It's just that blows my mind.
Yeah, that's crazy. So hey, what is just curious, if you're a creator, we haven't said this in a while.
Yeah.
A lot of the folks in here, each other. but maybe some people watching replays don't know your channel. If you're a creator, please put in hashtag creator. If you're a travel agent, hashtag travel agent. If you're both, put both of them in there. But yeah, let everybody know who you are, and go pick a channel out and sub to them if you haven't.
Oh.
Cruise friend of mine was booked in March for the ABC Islands, and the ports were changed. See that's
I'm scared now.
yeah, I know. I mean, we're out there supposed to go to Aruba and Bonaire, and then what? All of a sudden they change it.
Well, regardless, we are going to go and have fun wherever.
Yeah, and we're on that ship for 8 days. So I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, somebody brought it up earlier. I think you did, or somebody. I mean, if it meant I got to stay in Half Moon Key for 2 days,
Oh yeah, I'd be okay with
I
that.
think I'd be okay with that. And I think there for a while wasn't Grand Turk. They were kind of not allowing ships to come in either, I believe. So a lot of that will depend on the percentage of positive COVID cases on your ship.
Yes.
So that will be a big decision maker as well.
Well, I am just going to go. We are just going to go and have fun regardless. Wherever that ship takes us, we are going to have fun with it.
All right. So we got Eric B. He's definitely a creator. Go check his channel out. Betsy's definitely a creator's muse. Janice, definitely a supporter and creator. Yeah, we hope so, and I know we will. We can't wait to do that, Betsy. Having the king for 2 days would be amazing. You could get to find Ted for me. Yeah, got to find the donkey. Yeah, got to find them. Yeah, and then we also got SCT. Yeah, go check out the channel, SCT Adventures. Thank you for dropping in tonight. And but yeah, so thank you guys for coming in and spending some time with us tonight. I know it was a little bit different.
Yeah, just laid back and just us.
Yeah, most of the time we have somebody on with us, but tonight we thought we'd give you an update on
stuck with us,
how sick we were and how we were down with the sickness, and then also talk a little bit about the freedom coming up. So you guys have a great evening. Have a blessed night. Ronnie's not going live at 8 o'clock. Next at 9 o'clock. I don't believe. I don't know if anybody else is going on at that time, but we also got Betsy tonight and Mike coming on at 10 o'clock. Yes. So definitely go see them. We love you guys. You take care. All the new folks in here, saw a lot of new faces in here. Please come back and hang out with us sometime. Thank you for joining us. We'll have probably one more live show next week, and then next Thursday is the Thursday before we go out on Friday. So I don't know if we'll have a show that night or not.
Probably not.
You guys have a great evening. Y'all have a blessed night. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.